Hey there, Carolyn Russin here, professional life coach. Thank you so much for joining me today. For those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. Hope you're having a fabulous day today. Want to talk to you about something that so many of the women I work with and talk to struggle with, and it hits really close to home for them. And let me just start by saying, for yourself personally, are you living? Or are you just surviving? If your days feel like that constant loop of wake up, go to work, take care of other people, fall into bed exhausted at the end of the day, and then do it all over again, you're not alone. I want to share about one of my amazing clients from a while back because it may sound a lot like your story. So when she first came to me, she was in full out survival mode. Every day looked the same. Wake up, go to work, come home, make dinner, maybe scroll for a bit, then go straight to bed. Exhausted. She told me, I'm tired, Carolyn, all the time. And I feel like I'm missing out on something, but I don't even know what that is. She wasn't doing anything wrong. She had a good job. She had a roof over her head, responsibilities she was keeping up with, but deep down, she was miserable because she wasn't actually living. Now, here's the beautiful part. Fast forward to today. And she says to me, Carolyn, I'm living. I'm laughing again. I've made new friends. I've tried new activities. I've booked a trip I would never have said yes to before. And I feel joy again. She went from barely surviving to truly thriving. It wasn't magic, but it was a decision, followed by a process, followed by support. And it's needing that decision of, okay, enough. Not another minute, not another day, not another week, not another month. I need to change this now for me. Because otherwise, as I often ask people I'm on calls with, what's going to happen if you don't change anything? What's your life going to look like 5 years from now? Well, for some people, that's a really scary thought. So it's making that decision, followed by a process, and that's what I take my clients through, and that's support, which I offer all the time for them. So let me ask you this now, truly from the heart. Are you just surviving, or are you truly living? Because if you're just surviving, what's keeping you stuck there? Do you know? Because here's the truth. You don't have to wait for a crisis to pivot. You don't need to earn your right to be happy. You just need to decide that you're worthy of more than just making it through the day. Because we get caught in these traps of, well, when my kids move out, when I get a better paying job, when this happens, when that happens, then I will finally look after myself. It's too late. Life is short. And sometimes life has a rude awakening of smacking us and saying, smarten up. Because sometimes things happen to us in life that make us stop. For me, it was my third concussion. Came to a grinding halt. It forced me to reevaluate my life. And so the sad thing is it doesn't have to get to that point. It's listening to you now. So you don't need this crisis. So let's talk about what keeps us in this survival mode. It can be old conditioning. Keep your head down. Do your duty. Don't complain. Tough it up. It might be guilt. Who am I to want more than others who have it worse? I remember back when I was in education and I was not happy and I was miserable. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? I have this great career. I have a wonderful husband. I have 3 amazing kids, this beautiful home, and I'm unhappy? How is that even possible? But I wasn't being fulfilled in what gave me joy. But I had this guilt thinking, who am I to want more than this? Well, it wasn't about more than the tangible stuff. It was about digging a lot deeper. Sometimes people get caught in the overwhelm There's so much to do. No time or energy is left for you. And it's that hamster wheel. It just keeps going and going and going. Or emotional numbness. You've been stuck in this for so long, you're not even sure how you're supposed to feel anymore. Does this sound familiar? This survival loop, it's exhausting. But the good news is you can choose differently. So here's one powerful strategy to start shifting from surviving to living. So this is what I want you to do tonight. It's called the One Life Audit. I want you to set aside 15 minutes for yourself. Yes, 15 minutes just for you. That's it. Have a pen, a journal, maybe the notes app on your phone, whatever. And I want you to write this question at the top. If this was the only life I get, what do I want more of? Not the shoulds, not what others expect of you. What do you want? More laughter, more freedom, more time alone, more fun, more you? Then underneath that, I want you to write this. What's one small step I can take this week to add just a little more of that? It doesn't have to be massive. It doesn't have to be this huge change or pivot. One small thing. So if you're wanting more fun in your life, what's one small thing that you can do to achieve that? This is how it starts. And that's how my client started, was with one small step. So you don't need to burn your life down to start living it. But you need to decide that you are more than just getting by. You deserve more than just survival. So if something inside you whispered, this is me, during this live, if you're like, I can relate to this, listen to that whisper. That's your truth speaking, deep down. I'd love to hear what you came up with. Are you living and thriving, or are you just surviving? Throw it in the comments below. I'd love to hear that. But make sure you take time for yourself tonight and do that. What is it you need more of in your life? This is your only life that you get. What do you need more of? Not the shoulds, not what others expect of you. Again, more laughter, more freedom, more time alone, more creativity, more fun, more you. And then what is one small step you can take this week to add just a little more of that? And that's how it starts. So I want you to think, if this has really spoken to you, and Carolyn, geez, I'm really struggling with this. Like, this has been going on for a long time. I've been on this struggle bus for years, or I've been running this hamster loop forever. Some people, just like this client I spoke to you about, they need that guided support. And they're the ones who'll say, not another day, not another week, not another month. I need to change this now because life is too short. I do offer free calls. If you want to talk through what the next chapter could look like for you, just type me below. I can easily book you on a free 15-minute call, and we can have that conversation. It's not a sales call. It's just a chat between you and me. Because this isn't about fixing you. It's about rediscovering different parts of you that have been buried under responsibilities, guilt, and that survival mode. You're not just meant to get through life. You're meant to feel lifted up by it. Let's help you start living again. So again, type me below if you'd like to hop on that free call. I'd love to hear, are you thriving? Are you just surviving? If you're watching on the replay, please type replay below, and we'll see you next week. Take care.